Hi, my name is Hiko Simon. That's my online name. I am the creator of MyChan TV. I wanted to first of all thank the staff at Google for going through and checking the MyChan TV web application for app verification purposes, and thanks for all your feedback and guidance. I'm totally new to this. I am getting help developing it, but I really appreciate your feedback, and thank you for the instructions on the video demonstrating the app. So I thought it might be easiest if I do a narrated video where I explain a little bit about what it is and what it does and the permissions that the app is using, just to help along, and hopefully you can tell me if I'm missing anything out. So first of all, we're starting out here on the splash page. This is at https www.mychan.tv. As you can see, it's got the from the DevTools, it's got the standard YouTube login, as well as the name of the app, and you can scroll down. There's a video explainer of what the app does, as well as a simple sort of summary explanation. It's essentially to help people manage their YouTube subscriptions and to watch and catch up on their YouTube subscriptions more easily, rather than being reliant on the home feed, particularly for people like myself that have hundreds and hundreds of subscriptions and it gets a little bit too hard to manage. It lets people organize their subscriptions into sort of groups of channels. As well as down the bottom, there is a blog, terms and conditions and privacy policy, which are also available from the top page as well as within the consent screen process. So to go through the login process and the consents which are obtained, first of all, I'm going to click on the login with YouTube button. And here's the first screen where I choose which Google account I want to log in with. So I'm going to choose the YouTube account. Obviously, the app is not verified yet, so I will click on to Advanced and we'll go to MyChan TV. Would love to be able to have this verified. So I'm going to log in with the account now. On this screen, first of all, this video, of course, I'm going to make publicly accessible, and the zero auth consent screen is in English, as you can see. The URL bar, well, actually, I'm going to come back to that. First of all, it has the app name, MyChan TV, the name of the app, as well as the types of consents which we are seeking, which is to manage your YouTube account, specifically subscriptions is what this is concerned with. One thing, and I do have a question about this, the instructions ask for the display of a specific project number in this URL. I do not know why, but the number that is displayed here is not the same as the number which is displayed in the request from Google. I'm hoping you can help me with that. As I understand, this URL is dynamically generated. I don't know why this doesn't match, but right now the project number that you asked for is not the project number here. However, you can see all the requirements of the consent screen are here, so I will click to allow. And when this goes in, just for an idea of what this does is, but as you can see, this loads the YouTube subscriptions for the channel, for the YouTube account, which I logged in with. So in this case, there are 192 channels, and this lets you do several things with those subscriptions. First of all, the primary functionality of this is it would allow me, for example, let's say that I want to make sure I can binge catch up without having to click one by one on the most recent videos from multiple channels. So let's say, for example, Funny and Die, Ninja, and Justin Bieber. Let's say that I really want to see these three. I can create a bundle, add new bundle, and I can call this Funny Bieber, and I can submit that, and you can see now that there is a Funny Bieber bundle down here which contains these channels which I added. And in fact, it's got Ninja or Die, Funny or Die, Ninja, not Justin Bieber. Let me make sure that gets added. Boom, added to bundle, and there it is. So basically, first of all, I can create these bundles of channels, basically unlimited number of channels, or up to about 500, I think, is the limit that the app works with. And if I want to catch up on these, I can press play, and this triggers the YouTube player to go and catch up the latest. It goes and captures all the latest videos from each of these channels from the subscription feeds, and allows me to watch these basically autoplaying one to the next. Because this is a new bundle, it is taking a moment to load. fetching.
It's a penny for your
And as you
thoughts.
can
A
see,
penny
because
for
this
a
is
dollar
using the
doesn't
standard
make
web
any
player for
sense.
Yeah,
YouTube,
if
you
you
can, of course,
traded a
click and
penny
go
for a
straight,
dollar, though, you'd be better
into the
off
player
financially.
itself.
Michael,
I know you would have more money.
Michael, I
As well
get that,
as
but you should
fast
probably
forward,
just
it
not
uses
use
the standard
idioms anymore
YouTube
'cause you always
controls.
push it.
You're right, sorry.
We
I
also
know.
allow
Typical
people
Michael.
to
Yeah.
like
Don't
the video
listen to a
or
word
whatever
that man
from here.
says.
But yeah, the idea is it allows
He's
people
my
to
evil
sit
twin
back,
brother.
to sit back watching experience where they can catch up their subscriptions videos. Just going back to the main screen, a couple of other things you can do. If I decide that I don't like but Justin Bieber, and now that I see it here and I realize I don't remember why I'm subscribed to him, I can unsubscribe. So again, this triggers basically channel management, subscription management. And what it does is it takes the functionality I believe was on YouTube for a time to allow grouping of channels. It sort of brings that back for the niche of YouTube viewers who watch YouTube centered around their subscriptions rather than the home feed, and gives them more ability to organize their subscriptions into different genres that they might want to catch up on, as well as to manage and clean up those subscriptions. For example, we allow people to organize channels by channels that haven't been updated. So for example, if there are videos which haven't been updated for a long period of time, you can put those first and unsubscribe to them. You can filter certain sorts of channels. So say for example, history is here. So any channel that in the channel description has history, you can filter from those channel descriptions, and you might want to create a bundle, for example, of history related channels or comedy related channels or whatnot, and you can basically play these as channels. So essentially what we are doing is we are basically extracting and helping people manage their subscriptions data from their channel, as well as watch the videos. We're capturing the videos from those channels which are selected for these different bundles to play. So this is the extent of permissions that we are using. There's a few other little features, like we can have a dark background, which is I think nice for people watching at night. But this is basically it. It just adds a little bit of extra functionality for people who are specifically into watching YouTube around the subscriptions feature, of which I am a big fan, and I know other people that are, but I know it's also not a big part of it, and I know that this is probably why YouTube deprecated the grouping feature. So we've taken the idea of that feature and kind of pushed it a little bit further. Certainly not nothing you can do here, I think, in terms of, well, we are not extracting any data of the people who own the channels for this. We're simply helping people to manage the YouTube data. Yeah, this is pretty much it. Like I said, I think I've got everything here just to make sure. I've shown the OAuth grant process. I've shown the different types of basically the data that we use. You can see is mainly the subscriptions management data. Lets people control that through this interface. And I think I've shown each screen and basically the way the data is used within the application. So I've covered all of that. The only thing which I don't have covered off is the project number. I'd appreciate if you could let me know in the video, in the comments or something, if that works. But hopefully this gives you a little bit of idea of what the app is about and how we're using data. And if you've got any feedback or any suggestions on what we need to become verified for people who like to use it, I'd really appreciate that. So thank you.